Is it our children's duty to take care of us at old age? Just like we are taking care of our parents at their old age. Most children believe that it's our responsibility to take care of them because we gave birth to them. They didn't ask their parents to give birth to them. So they don't owe their parents anything at old age. It's very dicey, this one, because I can't train my children from to adult age and then they start being responsible, making their money, and they're now coming up with this storyline. If I believe if my children needs to come up with this storyline, they should come up with it when they are still toddlers. But if you come up with this story at old age where you're now responsible for yourself, I think it's selfish. Very selfish coming out from a child's mouth. And every topic we're holding it because something just happened. So someone has experienced this, and that's why we're bringing up this topic. So, guys, what's your take on this? Children that feels that it's not their responsibility to take care of you at old age after you have finished taking care of them, and they're asking and saying they didn't give you or tell you to give birth to them. What's your take on this?
Um, First of all, the child or the adult child that is making that
As the case may
statement
be, might be.
is really adult child, and that shows how he or she was brought up. What? Let me use the word. What the heck? What did you just say? That is it? Yes, it is your duty. Do you understand me? Because a child who's well brought up should know that, oh, my parents took care of me, so I should do the same in return. It's not even something that should be debatable or be talked about. I mean, come on. And that shows that the Jay-Z's or the children of these days or nowadays, they're not, most of them are living on social media, which has, in a way, defiled a lot of culture, a lot of what is meant to be. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So, as far as I'm concerned, this topic is not something that you shouldn't talk so much about. It is your duty as a child, an adult as you are, or you've grown to be an adult. You see, it's your responsibility to take care of your parents when they are old because they have taken their time to also train you and make you a better person in the world.
Wow. So, what's your take on this, D?
Yeah, I'm of the school of thought that we have the responsibility to look after our parents all the way to old age, not just even when we're adults. Just like you pointed out, it's the responsibility of a parent to nurture his child or her child. That's why they say you're a responsible person. You have responsibility. I know, life cycle from childhood to adulthood to old age to senescence and death, just like we talked about. It's a cycle. It's a cycle. There, it goes in progression. And guess what? On my visit to an orphanage home recently, I saw a chart on the wall. They talked about how they came across these kids. Some of them were abandoned. Some of them were in homes where they could not, the parents were not able to cater. They have different categories of how they get these children to live. The same way old people's home. There are many old people that are not being able to be taken care of, and our society is taking care of them because. So I am of the school of thought that yes, we adults are responsible for our parents, especially in the old age.
Good. So, you see, we adults are responsible for our parents. We are the adults now. But our kids are still kids. Most kids of our generation, that's our children, are still probably underage. So they are the ones saying that they don't owe us these extras that we have given to our parents. So you've gave that to your parents, and I believe you did so, and I did so. But our kids that are upcoming that we are expecting to do the same are declining. Not all of them, the ones that are declining due to the teachings in schools. That's why I found out that in most civilized countries, they've reversed the case. They take care of the mothers, getting rid of the dad, pay more attention to the mother, creating that segregation and making the kids feel that look after yourself and yourself only. This new thought or chain of thought coming from our kids didn't just spring. There must be a teaching towards this. So let's not chicken out from it. They didn't just think about this themselves. There must be something. There must be a teaching from school or whatever they are learning this new indoctrination that teaches them on how not to care about or care for their parents.
Let me
You
jump
know,
in.
no, I said earlier on that social media, it's because forget the school. School can not do so much. Your home and the social media, it has to be taken care of. When I talk about culture and parents, they need to do a whole lot of work. School, most of the time, it's just the school
Sorry
fees.
to butt you there. Don't forget, home will never teach their own children not to take care of themselves. So let's leave the home. No parents will tell his or children to say, hey, when you grow up, be independent. So now it's teaching from social media and schools, not from your home. Home always has taught you already, I'm taking care of you. You know you're going to have to look after me. It's clear. You don't have to pronounce the words. It's clear. So what I'm talking about now is, what's your final take on this? Where do you think
No, pardon me. You just said something. You said they can see it. See, sometimes children, the Jesus of this of today, yeah, you need to, as you're doing the action, you need to also verbalize it. You see, things that they watch, you put like family. Let's just say different strokes. There's there's a program called Different Strokes. There's a program called Cosby Show. There's some little things when you watch it together as a family, as you're talking about it. Look at this one. They will take care of the whatever. They will learn apart from what they see. You understand? So home is important to also.
No, I never said that. Home, if you say home and what they're listening on or watching is different. But I thought you said home generally. Any home will teach you to look after me if I'm your parent. So, but home, yeah, we know. School and the internet is a question mark here. What do you say about that?
No, I mean, you've hit the nail on the head already. Some of these schools these days are evil.
Word.
You think I'm joking? They are evil. And of course, these children, they are having different streams of influence and upbringing. That's why they have to, we the parents, the responsibility, the bulk is on us. You see, you cannot give what you don't have.
Word.
You cannot give what you don't have. And that's why parenting is not just, I think we talked about it sometimes, it's not just about, and you can even relate, Miss V. It's not just about carry, come and supply and get out. It's a deliberate nurturing and fabric. It's tapestry.
Yes.
Tapestry.
Yes.
My final words are that some schools are teaching these children evil thoughts.
Yes.
But the parents have to be ahead of the game, ahead of the curve.
Yes.
What decision do you make for your school, education, parenting? No child is going to want, you don't even need to be told to take care of your child, your parent in old age.
So it's a question now because there's a question. Most parents are shying away from this. We're bringing it to your table not to shy away from it. Discuss it now because
Yes.
you think you're strong now.
Yes.
When you need them and they're not there, then you know you really need them.
Yes.
So it's good to nip it now that you can because time is not in anybody's
The
side.
best
Yes.
time
So
is now.
time is of essence. In summary, parents, please, as much as you do the action at home, also verbalize it. What shows that will help the children to always remember that it is their duty. Sometimes the school might want to influence them, but when they're so in tune with the home of what they have been taught, they can even fight against what is happening in school. And the social platform has to be controlled as well.
Word.
Word.
Word. So parents, be careful. Ask the question. I said before, ask the question. Call your kids now and ask them directly, face to face, on this topic. What's your take? Son, what's your take? Daughter, what's your take? So let them tell you and you will know. Bottom line.
Yeah.
Correct?
Correct.
Word?
Word.
Word.